welcome to my house. This is the fourth installment of these home acoustic shows. It's like instead of live and in person, I am live and in sweatpants. So that's kind of what I've been up to. This is the live and in sweatpants concert series. So we've been home. Like everybody else, we've been home. We've been chasing around the baby, trying to keep her entertained, going on long walks, doing a lot of long walks. And so it's been, we're trying to stay entertained, trying to stay, as chill as possible. So we are, let me make sure that I have this on my computer so I can follow along with the questions and comments and stuff. And so I thank y'all for tuning in again. I know this is the fourth one. I'm going to try my best to continue in doing these, continue to play no repeats, all brand new songs. And so I have been working on a bunch of songs that people have been requesting. And so this is one that somebody requested. And I learned it. We're definitely getting into the territory of the songs where I had to Google the lyrics and the chords of some of them. So that's been kind of funny. But it's really interesting to kind of get back into these. It's like putting on a jacket that you haven't worn in many years. Like, oh yeah, that fits kind of strange. It's interesting. And so anyway, I hope everybody's having a relaxing night. I know this can be a very stressful time, so here's to all of you. That's a little bit more aggressive than I wanted my first beverage to be. Whew. Okay, without further ado. Last thing I remember, the snow began to fall. She went out to get some air, said she didn't want to talk. Lost my mind out on that highway, never really came back home. She said she loved the boy I used to be, and the conversation stalled. It was a warm day in the middle of a cold winter. She was a good girl, gave her heart to a wandering sinner. I couldn't say if I loved her or if we were not there yet. We were young and living on lies and cigarettes. I wish I could paint her picture, but I do not know how. I heard she moved back to Omaha and works for her father now. So I dialed most of her number, and then I changed my mind. Our friends say she's doing better now, so I let her live her life. It was a warm day in the middle of a cold winter. She was a good girl, gave her heart to a wandering sinner. I couldn't say if I loved her or if we were not there yet. We were young and living on lies and cigarettes. gave her heart to a wandering sinner. I couldn't say if I loved her or if we were not there yet. We were young and living on lies and cigarettes. Thank you. So that's Lies and Cigarettes, which is it's on Rum Pope and the Nighthawks, right? No, is it on Atlanta?
It's on Rum Pope and the Nighthawks.
It's on the Nighthawks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm trying to make this a little bit. I don't know. There you go. Oh no.
We are not running a professional operation here. This is we are in our house in our pajamas, drinking. It's
I'm gonna move Katie.
Yeah.
She's learning. Her hips don't work very well, so
yeah,
she gets stuck places.
She's getting older. She gets stuck sometimes, but you know what? I'm not as good as I was, a few years ago myself. So.
Also, later I'm gonna Vanna White that Yeti.
Oh, cool, awesome. So.
Oh yeah, that's better.
Yeah. We
You said don't take Katie.
No.
I'm sorry, guys. I was afraid she was gonna knock over the table.
Yeah. So on the table there's because people have requested this is a free show, but if you'd like the Venmo and the PayPal, they're here if you want to send some money for a ticket to the show. But it is free. It's so that's just there. And there's a link down here, and we also we're directing people to check out the Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee. They help out kids and their families, the kids who are on free and reduced price lunches. Obviously, at this time with the tornado and now with the coronavirus, a lot of people, kids that would be getting those free and reduced price meals at school, they're not there to get them. So that's a very worthy charity. So check them out. The other thing I was going to say was we've got a link to my merch, and so you can check out my merch. We've got my new album, Bone Structure, has been out about 2 weeks now, so I encourage you to order it on vinyl. You would have to stream an album on some of the popular sites like 500 times all the way through to equal just buying one copy of the record on vinyl. So if you're trying to help out, that is a thing I would appreciate. But we also have other merch. We have sweatshirts and notebooks and all t-shirts, all kinds of things. Anyway, so this song, I'm going to play Stick Around. Somebody requested this. And this started because I went to a wedding, and we went to a family wedding, and late at night, I was sitting with Blair and getting really drunk and solving the world's problems. And I woke up in the morning and I had a note on the bedside table that said, write song about getting drunk with cousins. And so that was, and I just, kind of tucked that in my notebook. And then when I was trying to explain this story, that was a thing that, made sense. It's like all those little kind of like intimate pieces of people's lives that come together to make, really to make a life. So stick around. This is from my album work. Else. If we found out this house was haunted, we're not moving out. If I sound just like my father, well, you figured me out. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. I wanna treat you in the way I wish that you would treat yourself. I wanna sink my teeth into all your desires. I wanna scream and fight and love all night, then wake up with a smile. I wanna touch you 'cause you're soft, but you are wild. If we got everything we want, we can just want something else. found out this house was haunted, well, we're not moving now. And if I sound just like my father, well, you figured me out. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. I wanna show you everything that I've been keeping to myself. I wanna let you see the ugly parts I hide. I wanna carry you when you are scared to take another step. I wanna sleep beside you like a peaceful child. If we got everything we want, we can just want something else. If we found out this house was haunted, well, we're not moving now. If I sound just like my father, well, you figured me out. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. And if that's alright with you, baby, I will stick around. So that song is called Stick Around. It is on the album Work that I put out a few years ago. So where is everybody tuning in from? Please put it in the comments. Let us know where everybody is. I am curious. We are at my house in Nashville. And so for those of you just tuning in, this is the fourth one of these living room shows. And what I've been trying to do is mix up the songs and play something different every show. So far I have not played a single duplicate over the course of the 4 shows, and so that's been fun. And so somebody requested one of the songs from the Hello Love EP that I honestly couldn't figure out the chords for. Like, I was listening to it, I was like, I don't know what's happening here. And I Googled them, and I couldn't find them online. And so, but I did recently learn how to play, this one again, and we just played it for, some friends got engaged, and we played it for their engagement. And so, this is a very old one. This is from the very beginnings of my being, having a solo project. I was always, in a band, and I wrote some of these really quiet songs. It's called 65 More Years, and I wrote it didn't really fit with the band, and so I decided to, Zach Berkman and I recorded some of these things in my bedroom, and that's kind of where me having a solo project started. So anyway, so this is an old one. It's called 65 More Years. Simple as that sounds. Swim an ocean deep as your blue eyes, to close the distance that's between us right now. 65 more years, and your body is tired and weary from age. You don't got the strength to walk the stairs up to our room. I'll pick you up and carry you to bed with me. 'Cause I will always love you. Simple as that sounds. Watch the street lights turn from green to red and back again. Dumbstruck by the grace I would do without. 'Cause I will always love you. Ain't got too much more to say. I will love you, I will love you, I will love you wherever you lay your head. Your heart stays here with me. With me. Thank you. It's crazy. I was just thinking about this while I was playing it. I wrote that song 15 years ago. Yeah, isn't that
I can't
crazy?
believe that.
Yeah, 15 years ago. I was just thinking about that while I was doing it. It's pretty wild. So yeah, that's 65 more years from the Hello Love EP, which was the first thing that I put out as a solo artist. And originally, the first release of that record was just we burned some copies of it to give out at my first acoustic show, and that's kind of how the whole thing started. But yeah, it's strange to go back and pick over some of that stuff that I was kind of so young when I was writing. Long time ago. Y'all keep sending in requests, by the way. I am watching the thread here. My brother-in-law Jeff said group tequila shot. I'm not going to do one because some of these songs I don't know how to play, but I encourage everybody if you'd like to do that together. That's very fun. Let's see.
I'm curious how many people put on pants today.
Yeah, who put on real pants today? Like by a show of tell me who put on real pants today? Because I've been pretty much all sweatpants all the time. Since the world started falling apart. So here's one that somebody requested. This is from Ron Pope and the Nighthawks. It is called White River Junction, and this is kind of about my time kind of lost out in the world on the road for a long time. I know about that. White River Junction, way up north, there's something's cold. I can feel your heartbeat through the dress I pull you close. Sun's coming up real soon. I don't know where we should go. White River Junction, way up north, somewhere far away from home. Last I recall, Chateau Marmont, it was 5 in the morning, you were calling the cops, and I've been awake for a couple of days. Cocaine, cocaine, cocaine. White River Junction, way up north, there's someplace cold. I can feel your heartbeat through your dress, I pull you close. Sun's coming up real soon, and I don't know where we should go. White River Junction, way up north, somewhere far away from home. See, you sold the line while I drank my wine. Spent all our money just to buy my time. Till you could escape, or till I passed away. Cocaine, cocaine, cocaine. White River Junction, way up north, there's someplace cold. I can feel your heartbeat through your dress and through your clothes.
Embassy Hotel on the sidewalk, staring upwards until I was compelled to be on my way. Only lies now remain. Cocaine, cocaine, cocaine. Cocaine, cocaine, cocaine. White River Junction, way up north, there's a place called I can feel your heartbeat. Feel and dress that pretty clothes. The sun's coming up real soon. I don't know where we should go. White River Junction, way up north, somewhere far. White River Junction, way up north, there's a place called I can feel your heartbeat. Feel your dress that pretty clothes. The sun's coming up real soon. I don't know where we should go. White River Junction, way up north, somewhere far. White River Junction, way up north, somewhere far away from home.
So that is White River Junction from the album Ron Pope and the Nighthawks. It also is very hard for me to remember where these things come from. Frida was requesting a song the other day. She sent me some lyrics, and I was like, I don't know what that is. She just sent me one line, and I was like, I'm not sure what that is. I don't know that song. And so she had to tell me the name of the song. It's been interesting, like I said, to go back through these and pick through them and see which ones I can figure out how to play, like immediately, like I'm like, oh yeah, that's still like in the back of my brain a little bit somewhere, and the ones that feel like a puzzle. Anyway, this is a free show, but if you feel like buying a ticket, Venmo and PayPal is over here. There's a link, down there somewhere, I would assume. And we also have links to the merch if you want to get a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or buy my new album on vinyl. I keep telling people, even if you don't have a record player, just put it up in your house. Maybe it'll inspire you to get a record player. Maybe it's just a conversation piece in your house. It's just a beautiful picture of me for you to have. I don't know. The new album is called Bone Structure and it just came out though. And if you haven't, I encourage you to check it out. So, let's see. Okay, let's try. All right, I see one. So, this is a song. It's called Someday We're All Gonna Die. I think maybe people are requesting this ironically, but I've seen a lot of requests for it. I just saw one now. It's kind of about, to me, it's like about staying positive in the face of, things changing and troubling times. My grandfather really was very fast. I used to race with him a lot as a kid. The passage of time erases things like that. But it's like you still got to keep going. And finding finding joy where you can and not focusing on the bad things because, there's only so much you can control in this world. It's like, we're all going to die one day, but, hopefully we're not going to die today. And that's the idea of this song. So this is called Someday We're All Gonna Die. It is on work. It's on work. Okay, so this is a fun game. My grandpa was fast as New Jersey lightning. Flashed across the summertime sky. He was lying on his feet, but time is a thief, and there were stories we've seen in 10,000 miles. Someday we're all gonna die. God willing, today. So pour me a drink, give me one song to sing, and I will be on my way.
some puppy love that went too far. So I grew up fast, well the world handled that. I've seen more done with less, it ain't so hard. Someday we're all gonna die, God willing, today ain't the day. So pour me a drink, give me one song to sing, and then I will be on my way. Now what does it mean when you can't believe in the things that they taught you were real? Well, I am not sure, don't know much anymore, but I wish I recalled how to feel. Someday we're all gonna die, God willing, today ain't the day. So pour me a drink, give me one song to sing, and then I will be on my way. Someday we're all gonna die, God willing, today ain't the day. So pour me a drink, give me one song to sing, and then I will be on my way. And then I will be on my way.
Thank you. I saw somebody ask while I was playing that if my grandpa is really from New Jersey, and my family is really from New Jersey. I lived there as a kid until I was 11 years old, and then I lived in Georgia after that. And so that is true. Oh man. So how's everybody doing? What's everybody sipping on tonight? Everybody having a drink with me? For everybody that has a drink, you don't have to, obviously. I'm not influencing you to do anything you don't want to do, but if you are having a drink, tell me what you're having tonight. And Jeff, did you get everybody to do those tequila shots with you?
I mean, he sent me a picture. He definitely did one.
So we have confirmed that my brother-in-law Jeff did in fact do a tequila shot. So for those of you out there that are concerned about doing shots alone, he encourages the group to do one with him.
Somebody say chili beer?
Chili beer? What's
Chili beer. What is chili beer?
Class of Malbec. Oh, Malibu lime with Sprite. This is
White Claw.
There's a lot going on. A lot of different things. I don't think so. But wow, at least we're going very, very quickly. White wine, keeping it classy. This is fun. One shot of whiskey, also what I'm drinking. That's funny. I already played that one, but like I said, for those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, this is the fourth one of these, and I've been trying to do all different songs every time because there's so many requests, and I've put out like 50 albums at this point, and so.
Sarah just commented, "What?" Jeff did it. Okay.
That's really funny. Might break out the peanut butter whiskey. Y'all crazy.
Oh my God, you're getting Jeff in trouble.
Oh my God, Sarah, please don't hurt him. So I'll try this one. This is one. It's kind of hit or miss. I wrote this a long time ago. I don't know if I can sing it. But we've gotten a lot of requests from it.
Pretty new dress, I just can't keep my hand comes off of you. You look so small, all wrapped up in my arms. I'm so in love with you. And I'm yours if you're mine. Don't waste no more time, 'cause I wanna live and I wanna love you the right way. And I wanna fall asleep and wake up with you beside me. I won't spend the rest of my life running from everything that's right. I wanna live. I reach your dress and your frenzy to get close to your skin. Yes, I did. You try not to live, still there in your slip, and you said, come here to me. I'm yours if you're mine. Don't waste no more time, 'cause I wanna live and I wanna love you the right way. And I wanna fall asleep and wake up with you beside me. I won't spend the rest of my life running from everything that's right. I wanna live. I'm yours if you're mine. Don't waste no more time, 'cause I wanna live and I wanna love you the right way. And I wanna fall asleep, then wake up with you beside me. I won't spend the rest of my life running from everything that's right. I wanna live. Oh, I wanna live, and I wanna love you the right way. And I wanna fall asleep, then wake up with you beside me. I won't spend the rest of my life running from everything that's right. I wanna live. Oh, oh.
So that's The Right Way from my first solo album, Daylight. That was one I had to relearn for sure. It's crazy. Like that's another one I wrote that like 14 years ago. So it's pretty crazy to go back over some of these that I don't, because some of the songs from Daylight, obviously I play fairly regularly, but some of them I don't, and so it's always interesting to revisit them. Somebody asked about the paintings in the room. Yeah, our friend Feifa Romanova does them. Can you put up a link to Feifa's website? Feifa is an incredible artist. She's from Brazil, and she lives in upstate New York now. She is really great. She does all sorts of different stuff, and her style is constantly evolving. She's really she creates super wonderful and unique things. So yeah, check out Feifa. And somebody said they were wondering why I thought that people would not like to hear the same songs. It's not that at all. I'm kind of enjoying the challenge of, rather than putting together a show where I play, the same, we learn whatever, like 25 or 30 songs to go on tour, and then we whittle down the set, and then we, it evolves, and sometimes it changes, but like mostly we play the same songs because we have to rehearse them. There's a whole bunch of people, and so this has given me the opportunity to revisit a lot of these songs that I never play, and that I would probably not play on tour. And so that it's been fun for me. It's been an interesting intellectual exercise, and also it allows everybody in the audience to get to hear a wide sampling of this music that maybe you wouldn't get to hear if you came to one of my shows. Because we're in this unique position, all of us here together, where we're all at home, and so I have a little time to work up the songs, and I'm by myself, and you get to make these requests. So it's kind of like it's a little bit for all of us. I would say it's not just because I don't think people would want. I know people want to hear this. People ask to hear "Drop in the Ocean" every day, I'm sure. But I think this is kind of a neat way to do this. It keeps me interested, keeps you interested. Let's see. So, let's see. Keep sending the requests because I am following along. By the way, before I forget, again, Second City Food Bank of Middle Tennessee, Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee is helping children who are at risk and their families, people who the kids would be getting free and reduced price lunches at school, who school's not in session, and so these kids are at risk of going hungry, and so they're helping. So I encourage you to check out Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee. We've got a link for that, and donate if you can. And so I'll try this one. On the Atlanta album, there's this song. It's called "Tears of Blood," and on the record, it's kind of like this up-tempo, energetic driving thing. And it's because when I wrote it, it sounded it's very quiet. I'm gonna play it for you in the way that I wrote it. When we got in the studio, there were a number of songs on the record that kind of all felt similar. We weren't really sure what to do with them all because I never want to make a record where everything sounds the same. That's not, stylistically, that's not really what I do. And so, Tears of Blood, we were like, well, what if we try something different with it? And Paul Hammer, who works on all the records with me, Paul and I kind of came up with this idea that we could, turn this into a more driving up-tempo thing. And maybe it changes how the sentiment feels a little bit. But this is this is a sad song about, when you in that place where you have trouble moving on at the end of a relationship, and you're holding out hope that perhaps somebody might still, hold on to something for you, when you know that they probably don't. So anyway, so this is Tears of Blood from Atlanta.
I could come by rail, but baby, I could come by car. I've been missing you in Houston, ain't that far. And I cannot remember all the reasons that you left. I know none of them really true inside my heart. It's your drinking as you go, baby, you're so full of holes. I'm surprised the whiskey doesn't pour right out. I may not be your best choice, but I thought love could fill a void. If you need something that will not let you down. Tide comes and wets the embers. Love the fire you tried to keep. Just remember that I will wait for these tears of blood I weep. that's where we were before I fell asleep. Yeah, and me and all the boys were living hard out on the road. I know you don't care, just talking as I think. And when the tide comes and lets the embers love the fire you tried to keep, just remember that I will wait for you. These tears of blood. And if you could teach me how, I swear I'd stay on the ground. I just feel like I am falling down. When time has washed away all of the emptiness and pain, the parts, the blues and blues just couldn't kill. Oh, you turn and come back home, I'll be waiting here alone. 'Cause I swear to God, I know I'll love you still. And when the tide comes and wets the embers, love the fire you tried to keep, just remember that I will wait for you. These tears of blood I weep. These tears of blood I weep.
Thank you. That's Tears of Blood from the Atlanta album. And if you don't know that song, I encourage you to check out the recording because it's really, really different than that. But that's how I wrote it. That's how I imagined it in the beginning. And then we were just kind of figuring out how could we reimagine this so that there's room for it on the album. Because, one of the things that happens when you're making an album is we kind of have to figure out, like, well, how many quiet songs are there room for? How long can we do these uptempo songs? How long can we do any of these things until they get boring, until it feels repetitive? Which is subjective, obviously. We're all like, art is subjective, so we're just kind of figuring it out as we go. I do want to say, again, this is a free show, but if you feel like it, you can go on my website and buy my merch. There's a link down there. My new album, Bone Structure, just came out, and we have it on vinyl. I encourage you to buy it, even if you don't have a record player. It makes a nice conversation piece, even if you can't listen to it on there. Or, like I said, there's t-shirts, there's sweatshirts, there's all kinds of stuff on there. Also, there's a Yeti. Oh, do you want to do your thing now? We sold what we thought were the last of these, but we have, how many?
We found 3 more.
Look at it.
It says Ron Pope and there's a moon.
And it's because the tour
I
was
don't do this.
Stuck on the Moon tour. And
Well, there's also the song Stuck on the Moon.
there's a song on Bone Structure called Stuck on the Moon. And so we have, what did you say, 2 of those?
3.
There's 3 of those on
the tour inventory.
there's 3 of them on my website right now.
That's it.
But that's really gonna be it, right? Because we had to we dug around and found those as we were inventorying the merch from tour, the glamour of the entertainment business. But anyway, yeah, so order merch. Somebody buy the rest of those Yetis. Get the new album Bone Structure on vinyl. And also if you want to, you can. This is a free show. But if you want to buy a ticket, my Venmo, my PayPal, we encourage you to. And I'm gonna play you. You buy the Yeti on my website. There's a link down there. Somebody has asked. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the link down there again. So anyway, this is a song from my new record called Take the Edge Off. It's the only song on the record that I co-wrote with anyone, and I co-wrote it with my friend Emily Scott Robinson. And it's about the part at the end of a relationship where you feel like it would be easier to go back. You're like very heartbroken and desperate, but you know that you shouldn't. And it's like, for me, it's like the larger lesson in this song is like there's a lot of times in life where there's an easy thing you can do or the right thing, and sometimes it's very easy to turn, just do the easy thing, and but usually it's not the right idea. And so that's what the song is about. Emily was supposed to open the European tour that I'm supposed to be leaving for very soon that is now canceled. So I encourage you to check out her music, Emily Scott Robinson. Please check her out. She's wonderful. I'm such a fan. And so, somebody just said my site says down for maintenance.
It does not.
She'll check it out right now. I'll fill you in on that at the end of the song just to make sure. This is Take the Edge Off.
I get home and it's already dark. Kick my shoes off, leave them in the hall. It's been freezing in this house since the day that you flew south. Now I'm shivering, just trying to sweat you out. As cliche as it seems, I'm strung out on a dream. It's taking all my strength to keep me clean. Take the edge off. Take the edge off. Just need a little taste. Get me through the night. Take the edge off. Take the edge off. Lord knows what I'd give away to feel you one more time. I know by now for certain you moved on. Maybe you were someone else's all along. Slipping off your dress, lay your head against his chest. I'm left here in the arms of my regret. Sitting spins and takes, but still I cannot escape. There's only one thing that can dull this pain. Take the edge off. Take the edge off. Just need a little taste to get me through the night. Take the edge off. Take the edge off. Lord knows what I'd give away to feel you one more time. I'm passing days, watching cars. The sun goes down, the headlights flicker on. And in the dark, counting the stars I wish upon. Take the edge off. Take the edge off. Just need a little taste. Get me through the night. Take the edge off. Take the edge off. Lord knows what I'd give away to feel you one more time.
So that is Take the Edge Off.
Two things. Yeti sold out.
I'm sorry, I have seasonal allergies. Everybody, don't make fun. Okay, the Yeti sold out. I'm sorry, those are gone. And then what else?
The best thing is happening on Instagram. Somebody said that they were going through a hard time with a breakup and were fighting with sobriety, and people are just sending her so much love. It's making me so happy.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad everybody's being so nice to each other. Everybody be good to each other. And you know, when things get shitty like this, you know, in the world, you know, it's like, you know, we had a tornado here, and then, you know, now there's this plague going around, and then Kenny Rogers died today. It's just like every bad thing seems to be happening. It's nice to see people being nice to each other. We were walking. We went on like a long, you know, kind of sanity walk today. We're out for like probably an hour and a half. And at some point, one of our neighbors, a stranger, not someone we know, pulled up in his car, and he slowed down. He rolled down the. What did he yell?
We're gonna get through this.
We're all gonna get through this. He yelled, and I was like, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We're all gonna get through this. Like we're all gonna be okay. These are intense times. So be good to each other. I see so many people fighting and arguing about things on the internet. One of the reasons I've enjoyed doing this is because it's a thing that like all of us agree on. Like I like to play this music, you like to hear it, and that's why we're all here together. So nobody's fighting. You know, I saw somebody requested a Kenny Rogers cover. I thought about playing The Gambler, but I don't absolutely know all the words. I know them well enough to sing along, but I don't know them well enough to like lead us all in a sing along, if that makes sense. So I didn't want to do it and mess it up because I felt like that would be disrespectful on the day that Kenny Rogers left us. Oh. I love Kenny Rogers. So, while we're talking about the good in the world, by the way, Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee is helping out children who are at risk for hunger right now, who usually get free and reduced price lunches and breakfasts at school. So check them out because they're helping those kids and their families right now as the schools are closed. Let me try this one. I see somebody asked for this. I know that I can Google The Gambler lyrics, but it's very hard to follow along on my computer. Oh, you guys are nuts. There is other merch on the website, by the way. There are no more Yetis, but there's lots of other stuff. I see a request for this, so I'm gonna give it a shot. It's a Partner in Crime from the Work album.
She was in her glory, Detroit Iron Cannon, fighter 23. Had a fist full of nothing. She stepped out of that wet blue dress for me. And the weather was filthy, the drinks were free, plus I didn't have nowhere else to go. Those jukebox notes rang from her throats, and then let's run away from home. Just be my partner in crime. Step on that gas and join my getaway ride. I'd gladly serve my time if you'd be my partner in crime. Show me where it hurts, it gets worse, I kiss away your tears. I got a car that'll take us real far, just dust in the rearview mirror. I have young dark green underneath my nails, live long in my ears. As siren songs as we best move on and stand disappear. Just be my partner in crime. Step on that gas and join my getaway ride. I'd gladly serve my time if you'll be my partner in crimes. Committed sins, admit it. We got nothing left to hide. Darkness, feel your heart is beating next to mine. Just be my partner in crime. Step on that gas and join my getaway ride. time. You'll be my partner in crime.
Thank you. So that's Partner in Crime from the Work album. I wanted to mention my friend Lauren Morrow is doing one of these tomorrow night, and I just realized my phone is broadcasting this, so I can't look at my phone to tell you what time it is. But we'll put a link
I'll find it.
to Lauren Morrow's page, because Lauren is a dear friend of ours and helped out with the record. I really love her music, and so I encourage you to check that out. I'm not playing tomorrow night, so that's a great place to go for some entertainment. Lauren and Jason Morrow, they're wonderful. So Lauren Morrow, check her out. I think I have just enough time to play one more song. So I appreciate you tuning in. Please keep sending song requests. There's lots more. I have a lot more of them that I've written down that people have been putting in that I haven't learned yet. And if I were to do it, let me know. If you're getting bored with these, I understand. So let me know now if you would like to hear me continue to do these. I'm serious. I'm not asking for compliments. If people are still interested in these, I'll do them. If people are getting bored with them, I'll stop. I just thought I would ask. So let me know if you want me to do more of these. Also, keep sending song requests. I'm gonna play. I saw a bunch of requests for this, so I'm gonna play The Weather. If you want to buy a ticket, Venmo, PayPal, check out Second Harvest Food Bank and donate to them if you can. Buy merch on my website. I'm Ron Pope. Thanks for hanging out with me this Saturday night. Y'all be good to each other out there.
I know you loved me once, damn it, I still love you now. Miss your hands on me, like a drowning man misses the air. Somehow I know we'll be better out when we end up together. So I button up my coat to the throat and step out. Met these dancers at the horseshoe. We started sharing our nights. People say she's no good for me, but you know the kind that I like. I woke up in her apartment, needles and burnt up spoons. No wonder if you're thinking of me, 'cause I'm thinking of you. Know you loved me once, damn it, I still love you now. Miss your hands on me, like a drowning man misses the air. Somehow I know we'll be better out when we end up together. So I button up my coat to the throat and step out. I tried to find you on your birthday. I called up my mother's house. She swore that she hadn't heard from you and asked why I don't come around. Then my sister saw your cousin at a bar on Christmas Eve. She said you don't want to hear from me. I know you loved me once, damn it, I still love you now. Miss your hands on me, like a drowning man misses the air. Somehow I know we'll be better out when we end up together. So I button up my coat to the floor and step out. like a drowning man misses the air. Somehow I know we'll be better off if we end up together. So I button up my coat to the throat and step out in the weather. So I button up my coat to the throat and step out in the weather. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Ron Pope. Please tune in again soon. Please keep sending requests. It seems like people want me to keep doing them, so I'm going to keep doing them. Good night to everybody. Good night. I saw my mom's in there. Good night, Mom.